This week we read Parashat Bo. In Parashat Bo, the Torah tells us about Yetziat Mitzrayim, and it gives us the instructions, to Bnei Israel about the Korban Pesach, and it also tells us about the importance of celebrating Pesach in the future generations and how we're going to commemorate it. In this week's Parsha, we also see in the Psukim a very clear emphasis placed on the importance of education, of imparting the messages of Pesach onto our future generations. In Parak Yud Bet, Pasuk Chavav, it says, "V'haya ki yomru alechem benechem, ma avodah hazot lachem." When your children ask you, "What's this for you?" And then you have to tell them about the Korban Pesach and what Hashem did and the miracles He did. It goes on in Parak Yud Gimel, Pasuk Chet. We have the Pasuk, "V'yigadeta levincha bayom hahu, leimor ba'avur zeh Asa Hashem li b'tzeitim miMitzrayim," and numerous other examples in the parsha where we read about the importance of the mitzvah of telling our children about Pesach, about Yetziat Mitzrayim, and passing that message on to them. The Kli Yakar says that these psukim, some of the ones that I've mentioned, are the sources for the question of the Rasha in the Arba Banim in the Seder that we talk about. There's another one of the sources refers to the question asked by the Tam, the simple son. And according to the Rambam, the pasuk "V'yigadeta levincha bayom hahu," this is the source for a mitzvat asay that we have an obligation to tell over on the night of Pesach, on the night of Leil Seder, the miracles that Hashem did when He took us out of Mitzrayim. This is the Torah source for that mitzvah. The question comes: we have lots of chagim, and lots of them commemorate different things in Jewish history. Why specifically is it the Chag of Pesach, the story of Yetziat Mitzrayim, that we have this education, that we have this obligation not just to celebrate and commemorate, but also to actually impart it and tell our children. Another distinction that we have between Pesach and many of the other Chagim is that there is a second opportunity to do the mitzvah of Korban Pesach. If someone misses out on Pesach, then they can go back a month later and they can bring Korban Pesach on Pesach Sheni. We don't have that with Sukkot. We don't get to shake the lulav later if we didn't get a chance on Sukkot. We don't have that with Tkiyat Shofar. So what makes the Pesach and the commemoration of Yetziat Mitzrayim different? What makes it so significant? The Sefer HaChinuch explains that one of the things that was so amazing about the miracles of Yetziat Mitzrayim, about what we remembering on Pesach, is that the entire world was able to see Hashem's hashgacha and the way that He can work against the laws of Teva, against the laws of nature. It was a miracle that was so revealed, so obvious that the whole world was able to recognize the Gadlut of Hashem. And according to the Sefer HaChinuch, therefore the Korban Pesach is not just a singular mitzvah, it's one that represents a very great foundation of our religion, that the entire world was able to see Hashem's greatness. And therefore, because of the uniqueness of this, of what we're acknowledging and the significance of what we're acknowledging, we're given a second chance to do the mitzvah of Korban Pesach. Additionally, the reason that Pesach comes with a mitzvah to educate future generations has got to do with the significance of what we're acknowledging and what we're commemorating. When it comes to this miracle, to the miracle of Yetziat Mitzrayim and Hashem taking us out in front of the whole world, we need to teach our children so that they can learn what the entire world learned in that time in history, because the entire world then realized it, but our children, of course, are thousands of years later. And not only was Yetziat Mitzrayim a singular event in Jewish history where everyone recognized Hashem's ability to go against the laws of nature, it was the first step also of a three-part process of the Jewish people becoming the nation, which the three steps being Yetziat Mitzrayim being the first one, Matan Torah 49 days later at Har Sinai was the second step, the formation of the Brit between Hashem and Am Yisrael, and the third and final step was coming to Eretz Yisrael, which we also read about in the Pesach Seder when we say V'yotzeinu Hashem miMitzrayim b'yad chazaka u'vizroa netuya u'v'mora gadol u'v'otot u'moftim v'yavienu el hamakom hazeh v'yiten lanu et haaretz hazot eretz zavat chalav u'dvash. So all these this whole process, starting from Yetziat Mitzrayim, going to Matan Torah and culminating in coming to the land of Israel is what made us Hashem's people. And therefore, commemorating Pesach is not an isolated event, another one of the many miracles Hashem did for us over the years. It is a chag that commemorates both these two things. One, the recognition of Hashem in the whole world. And secondly, the start of the bond between Hashem and the Jewish people that culminated in coming into the land of Eretz Israel. And this is what we learn about these parashiyot that we're reading about in the beginning of Shemot, talking about the slavery in Mitzrayim and then Yetziat Mitzrayim is again an opportunity for us to remember and learn and impart on our children the significance of what happened of Yetziat Mitzrayim and what that meant for us as a Jewish people and for the entire world.